Hello friends, SentinalhMC here, and welcome back to our Immersive Engineering tutorial series. So today we're going to talk about a couple of materials from Immersive Engineering, one of which I talked about last episode but realized after the fact that I didn't ever actually show how to make. And we're going to take a look at two multi-block structures that you can build from these materials. Now we're up here in the area where I usually do the applied energistics tutorials because I've got a cool thing set up over in the other area, and we need to go over quite a few blocks and machines before I can show it to you, but it's pretty cool. Okay, so first things first, I talked about treated wood planks, but I never actually showed you how to make them. So here's how to make treated wood planks. All you have to do is take oak wood planks, or any wood planks, arrange them as though you're making a chest, and then slap either a bottle of creosote oil or a bucket of creosote oil in the middle. And that gives you 8 treated wood planks. So it's 1-to-1. It takes, 1 bucket of creosote oil, and if you fill the coke oven with oil, you're going to be able to get quite a few sets of this. So making this stuff is not actually all that difficult. Once you have a coke oven down, it's just going to take a while for all that creosote oil to actually generate, because you can't speed the coke oven up, and it's pretty darn slow, so you may want to build more than one. Once you have a healthy amount of treated wood planks, though, you can build quite a few things. As we looked at in the last video, all of the standard things that you can make with planks, like stairs and fences and whatnot, are available. As well as different appearances of these planks and other things. What we're going to look at now is the treated wood fence. Now, this is basically your standard fence, although if you're in 1.8, or basically the new fence recipe in vanilla Minecraft is planks and sticks, whereas this recipe is just 6 sticks, like it always used to be. So you can use your treated wood planks to make sticks, and then use your sticks to make fences. Okay? We're looking at this because we're going to need these fences to build what we're going to build today. The next thing is the iron plate. Now, this was a recent addition to Immersive Engineering as a micro crafting step. Iron plates are used to make things like sheet metal blocks. They're actually really, really easy to make, so this mod is not turning into Greg Tech. All you need to do is you place your engineer's hammer and some iron ingot in the crafting bench, or in your crafting inventory, in your person, and you can make iron plates. Now, it does damage, apparently, your engineer's hammer, but you can make quite a few plates this way, and engineer's hammers are really cheap. Remember this recipe: 2 iron ingots and some sticks and a string. So it's not a big deal. Plus, you can probably fix this in an anvil, I'm sure. So you're going to want to make iron plates if you want sheet metal. They're 1-to-1 with iron ingots. Alright. There is a machine, a plate roller, that you can build later. That'll do it for you. And we'll take a look at that later on. Now that we have our iron plates, we can go ahead and make a sheet metal block. And we can do that like this. Take 5 iron plates and arrange them in a plus sign in your crafting bench, and you get 5 sheet metal blocks. So you actually get 1 sheet metal block per iron ingot that you used. So it's actually pretty darn good. It's not an exorbitantly expensive block. It's not like this recipe only crafts 1 and you're using 5 ingots per block. No, you're getting 1 block per ingot, which is pretty darn nice as far as blocks made of iron go. Now we're going to take a look at some stuff that you can craft. If I grab this engineer's hammer, I should have enough sheet metal blocks, but just in case I don't, let's use these iron plates and make ourselves some more. So you can very quickly get stacks of these things. There are 2 things we can build using these treated wood fences and the sheet metal blocks. So they're not that expensive, and they could be kind of useful. That is the liquid storage silo and the item storage silo. I was trying to figure out how I wanted to put that. So all you have to do to build these things is place down a treated wood fence, like so, okay, on each of the corners of like a 3x3 area. place a sheet metal block right in the middle, and then layer sheet metal blocks around in a 3x3 on top of the fence posts. Now what you need to do is leave an empty space in the middle, otherwise it won't count. Where's my hammer? Bonk. Okay, not tall enough. Essentially, you have to build this up until it's reached the right height. I believe that for the liquid storage tower, you have to build it 4 blocks high. There it goes. You have to whack it on the right layer. But there is our fluid tank. That's the proper name for it. It looks really awesome. I really, really, really like the look of this fluid tank. I mean, come on. No other tanks in Minecraft look like this. It's just really cool. Okay, now how does this thing work? Basically, you can take a fluid pipe from any mod, and there is one in a fluid system in Immersive Engineering. We'll talk about that, actually, in a future video, though. But you put fluids in through the hole in the top, and you can get them out on all 4 sides. Excuse me, all 5 visible sides of the bottom block. And this little texture on here, this little black sort of grayish bar, is actually a level indicator. Okay? So if I go over here, and I grab this bucket of creosote oil, because I'm in creative, it'll actually be infinite. As I add liquid to it, you can actually see how much it's held in there, as long as you have a bucket of creosote oil in your hand. But as I add more, you can see there's the level of fluid inside the little indicator thing here is increasing. Okay? So now on all 4 sides of it, you can see how much is stored inside. Very, very cool. I wanted to see if I could turn it back into sheet metal, but you have to break it. So, now, that is if you get the fluid tank if you build it 4 blocks high. However, if you build it higher, I believe 6 blocks high, you instead get the item silo. Okay? Now, just like the fluid tank, you put items in through the top through any means that you want, like pipes and stuff like that. Hopper if you want. And you can export them out the bottom. Now, this has a lot of storage, but it's like a barrel. It's like an enormous Java barrel. It can only store one type of item. So, for example, if I grab a stack of dirt and a stack of... Well, we'll use our stack of sheet metal blocks. I should have known I couldn't do that. Can I just drop these in the top? Nope. Let me go ahead and grab a hopper. Just a standard vanilla Minecraft hopper. Plop it on top. Now if I throw my dirt in here, I don't actually have to throw it in. I could just shift click it in. You can see that it's slowly going into the silo, and it actually shows you what it's being stored on the side. Really cool. Now I don't think you'd want to store dirt here, but if you want to store your items in a more awesome way, I think the item silo is perfect. It has an enormous storage capacity. It can store 64 stacks of whatever item it is that you're trying to put in it. So that's a lot of items. If I just go ahead and put the rest of the dirt in there, you can see it. Now we're at 1x64. So it's basically like a Java barrel. But it's significantly larger, and it's significantly more awesome looking. So that's how that works. So those are just 2 things that you can build using these sheet metal blocks. I mean, if you wanted to, you could also build stuff with them. We're going to be using the fluid tank in the design of a little system that I built over there. Now, in the next episode, we're going to take a look at very basic power generation, so that after that, we can talk about the Immersive Engineering fluid handling system, because before we can talk about that, we need to be able to power it. So in the next episode, I will create a windmill and a water wheel. I'll show you how to put those together, as well as put together the kinetic dynamo to generate RF from them, and the basic power wires that let you transport it, as well as the basic battery. So the next episode is actually pretty loaded. It's our first pass basic look at power generation in immersive engineering. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it was a quick one, but I'm not really feeling too good this evening, so I wanted to do something quick. And all the next videos are going to be leading up to all the stuff I have to build and show you how to build in order to make the cool system I built over there. So anyway, stay tuned for future episodes. If there's one thing you can say about immersive engineering, it's really sexy looking. So I hope you've enjoyed. I'm SentinalH, and I'm signing out.